In the summer of 1947, a small town in New Mexico became the epicenter of one of the most enduring mysteries in modern history. Roswell, known for its dusty plains and military connections, suddenly found itself in the headlines worldwide. Reports of a mysterious crash initially described as a flying disc sparked a frenzy. Was it a top-secret military experiment, or the first undeniable proof of extraterrestrial life? Today, we'll unravel the Roswell Incident, exploring Cold War cover-ups, eyewitness accounts, and the strange aerial phenomena that continue to baffle experts. Roswell's story begins in July 1947, when a rancher named Mac Brazel discovered unusual debris scattered across his property. The fragments were unlike anything he had ever seen: thin metallic sheets, strange wires, and materials that seemed incredibly resilient, yet impossibly light. Brazel reported his findings to the local sheriff, and soon the U.S. Army became involved. The initial press release made headlines. The military claimed they had recovered a flying disc, but within hours, this statement was retracted. Officials insisted it was just a weather balloon, not a UFO. This sudden flip left the public suspicious. Why would the military first announce a flying disc only to backtrack? Could there have been a cover-up? And why did witnesses describe materials that seemed to defy conventional physics? Over the years, numerous eyewitnesses have come forward, adding layers to the mystery. Some claimed they saw strange bodies at the crash site, small humanoid figures with large heads and eyes. Others spoke of soldiers confiscating debris and cordoning off the area. Many of these accounts only emerged decades later, when fear of government retaliation had lessened. Critics argue that memories can be unreliable, but supporters insist that these consistent reports across multiple sources cannot be easily dismissed. It's one of the reasons Roswell has maintained its status as the ultimate UFO legend. Theories: Cold War cover-up, 3:15 to 4:30. To understand Roswell in context, we must remember the Cold War was just beginning. 1947 was a tense time, with the US and the Soviet Union racing for technological superiority. Could the debris have been part of a top-secret military project, perhaps experimental aircraft or surveillance balloons? Some researchers suggest that the weather balloon explanation wasn't a cover-up for extraterrestrial life, but rather a way to hide classified military technology. This theory gains traction when considering that the U.S. Air Force conducted secret operations, including Hoyletuth reconnaissance missions, around the same period. If Roswell's crash involved experimental tech, a public disclosure could have had serious national security implications. Theories: Extraterrestrial hypothesis, of course. No discussion of Roswell would be complete without mentioning the extraterrestrial theory. Proponents argue that the unusual materials, the alleged alien bot, and the military secrecy all point to an encounter with beings from another world. UFO enthusiasts point to the consistency of reports worldwide, arguing that sightings and crashes suggest something more than human-made technology. Whether it's alien spacecraft or experimental craft, the fascination with Roswell speaks to humanity's curiosity, our desire to explore the unknown and confront the possibility that we are not alone in the universe. Government investigations over the decades. The U.S. government has released documents and conducted investigations, most notably Project Mogul. Project Mogul involved high-altitude balloons designed to detect Soviet nuclear tests, and many historians believe this explains the debris at Roswell. However, not all questions have answers. Why were witness accounts of bodies dismissed? Why did some military personnel later claim a These gaps have fueled endless debates, documentaries, and books. Even today, the Roswell files are examined by UFO researchers, skeptics, and historians alike. Unexplained aerial phenomena. Roswell isn't just a historical event, it's part of a broader phenomenon. Modern reports of unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs, continue to surface, with pilots and civilians observing objects that defy conventional physics. The Pentagon has even acknowledged UAP investigations, lending legitimacy to the study of such encounters. Roswell can be seen as the starting point for contemporary UFO research, a case that bridges Cold War secrecy with ongoing questions about what is flying in our skies. Roswell remains a puzzle part history, part legend. Whether it was a top-secret military project or the first human encounter with extraterrestrials, the incident challenges us to question what we know about our world. Perhaps One day, the truth will be revealed. Until then, the mystery of Roswell continues to inspire curiosity, skepticism, and wonder across generations.